Dripdropz is a fantastic protocol building on the Cardano blockchain that you should take a look at if you are someone who is participating in the Cardano ecosystem. If you're a trader, investor in the Cardano space, and you haven't heard about Dripdropz, then maybe this video could give you some value. Dripdropz is something I've been utilizing for almost a year at this point, and it has been a really fantastic protocol that I go to every epoch. The Cardano system has these epochs right here. This current epoch 400 is ending in 3 days, 23 hours, 13 minutes, and the seconds. It tells you also that this epoch is 20% complete. It's actually about 24 hours since the last epoch happened, actually. So this epoch 399 ended yesterday around the 5:30 p.m. and today it is 6:31. Okay, so it's just past a full day. So you can take advantage and see if you have any Dripdropz rewards that you can access. We're going to talk about this in this video. See, I'm going to go into how I use Dripdropz and see if you can't take advantage yourself. Okay, do your research. Dripdropz is really doing a great service for the community overall. They're a trusted partner in the Cardano ecosystem. You could drip it, which is where we're at here. In a few minutes, I'm going to enter my wallet address or handle here. We're going to check our drops and we're going to go through the process of claiming some drops. Okay, claiming some rewards. Multi-drip is where you can drip multiple addresses, and they do have a pro version. They have a Dripdropz Pro version where you can also become a member, where you sign up more officially. I've done that in the past. Now I'm using just a regular Dripdropz interface without the Pro version, and this is what you would see if you just came onto the space. If you are holding ADA in a Cardano wallet of some kind, Daedalus, Nami, Giro, Flint, Eternal, there's a new wallet called Lace coming out soon. If you are participating in any of those wallets and you're holding some ADA and not using the Dripdropz platform, you could be missing out. So that's what this video is all about. Okay, there's a governance vote, distribute my token. Like if you have a token that you're building and you want to distribute it here through the Dripdropz network, there's a way you can do that. Trading charts. I don't go into many of these tabs when I'm using the protocol. And again, I'm usually using it to just drip the tokens. And I'm also exploring projects. Again, you could log in or register, but this is just like the public use. Open site here. So as we move down this little list, you're going to see they rank the tokens, top 10 token withdrawals that everyone who's using this platform is taking advantage of harvesting. You have Cornucopias at number 1, Hosky, Doja, Dead Giro, Noom, Stripper, Mira, Space Coins, Merkaba, and these will fluctuate. There will be different coins that sort of pop in here, and some will leave. Depending on the length of time that, for instance, Giro is partnering with Dripdropz in this way. So you can explore projects, and we'll probably do that. You will probably do that a lot more when you're first starting to see what, if any, of these coins are going to be valuable for you. Okay, so new tokens, it'll say that there are new tokens. So there are Wing Rider tokens here, Wi-Fi, Silk City, NewNet, Digital Gold. Then it breaks it down into categories. There's governance tokens like the Drip token itself, Giro, Sunday, Arta. So you can kind of tell what category they're in. Multimedia tokens, right, of all different kinds. Lots of multimedia tokens. And other tokens, so all these different like other tokens that are classified, and then you're gonna have, geez, lots of new, these Silk City tokens I haven't seen. Oh yeah, coming soon. So there are a bunch of new ones here. I guess they're doing lots of stuff. And then you have meme tokens like Hosky, A-Shib, and all these different meme tokens. And then you have utility tokens like that stripper we saw there, Merkaba, Proxy, Noom, Gimbal Labs, You have game tokens, okay? So there's game tokens, tokens that are going to be utilized in some game that they're building, like Cornucopias, or they'll have utility within the game. You have DeFi as another category, liquid, ADA, FDA, okay, cards up there. Then you have charity tokens, bio token, and then commemorative tokens. So there are the categories. And if there's any token that you're thinking, maybe let me check this token out, you click this token, it's going to bring you to a page like this that's going to have some sort of statement. FDA, nature's cryptocurrency, a sequence made from gold, built on Cardano, a token of minting with integrity, governed by our community. So I like to see that a project has something written here. If some projects like we might go into, they might not have anything written here. They don't even have a website or a Discord or anything like that. So I like to see something here. I'd like to see that they have a website, that they have social media, and you could even click on that website. It brings you up to their website to where you could read about them. So Fibonacci ADA Mathematics and Tokenomics in Harmony. And you can read about this project to see whether or not you'd like to take advantage of this protocol. So you can read about them and decide for yourself if it makes sense. Okay, so I just kind of randomly picked this one. So you can close that out. You're back here. I'll click the back button and then we'll get back to where we were searching. And that's basically it. Now what this is when you delegate your wallet, when you delegate in Cardano, you have the ability to delegate your holding, your stake, to a specific stake pool. So let me take you to the Daedalus Wallet where I use, I have several wallets created and then I interact in here with the Dripdropz network. So I will show you here what that looks like. And it should be right here. And here we are in my Daedalus. So this is the Daedalus wallet, Daedalus mainnet. And if this is the first time you're ever looking at Daedalus, there's a lot to look at. So basically over here on the side, you're gonna have your wallets, okay, which I have, Delegate, Token, Cedarbrook, Genesis. These are the names of these wallets that I've created. And you're gonna see stars here wherever it would show the value that I have in these wallets, just because you can actually, what's beautiful, you can click this little button here, toggle discrete mode off, so you can toggle it off and on. If I click this button, the number of how much ADA I have and what it's in relation to USD would show up. But for the purpose of this video, I don't want to distract anyone from what my wallet is and what my ADA is. It's not important, I don't think, here. And it also does that for all the tokens that I have as well, okay? This button down here is going to be your staking. This is the voting, where we vote in Catalyst, where when we approach nearer to the next fund, I will take you through my voting process on Catalyst, and I will take you through that route too, because that's another fantastic feature that the Cardano ecosystem is pioneering, where we get to actually vote on the direction of the Cardano space, where it goes, projects that are working and projects that are innovating. We get to vote on those projects. And here are your settings. So if I click settings, you could general, like change the format of stuff, security, discrete mode, that kind of thing. Wallets, you can select the currency, so it's US dollar, stake pools, themes, you could change the theme. I think I have right here the dark Cardano. Terms of service, support, so you have a little bit of settings there, okay? There is notifications where you're gonna get all these sort of release notes, Catalyst Fund 9 results, right? Daedalus system requirements, safe from scammers, some important advice. So there's like these little notes that'll pop up here, and you could check to see where you're at or the new updates that are going on. To download Daedalus mainnet, you're going to go to the Cardano website and you can search in Daedalus, just how it's spelled up here. It will take you through the process of downloading Daedalus. I've taken people through this process. Some of my friends, family, about a couple dozen people through the process. It's not that hard. My wife's parents, actually, her dad's in her 80s. He's taken himself through the process. So no matter where you are in your life, you can figure this out. It's very user-friendly. Okay. So again, there's wallets. There are wallets you can form. You can see I can add another wallet here. If I want to add another wallet, it's just easy as adding another one. And you're going to get private keys for this wallet and a spending password that's unique to this wallet. And you're going to get a whole different set of private keys and spending password here, and so on and so forth. With the amount of ISPOs, these initial stake pool offerings that go on, you could separate your wallet like I'm doing and participate and delegate this wallet to a different stake pool and supported an independent stake pool operator that's partnering with a project that you like, or for instance, Genius Yield just had an ISPO and you could have staked to their pool, their Genius Yield pool. There was a few of them, and then you were going to get some tokens from their ecosystem. So you can participate with different wallets in different ways. And that's another plus, it's another extreme strength of the Cardano ecosystem that allows you to have multiple layers of participation. So we go down here, you're staking. So this is our delegation center. Again, here is the countdown of the epoch. We're in epoch 400. There's 3 days, 23 hours, just like we saw linked up with Dripdropz network. Okay, and these are my wallets. And this is the stake pools that I am staked to. So it says Bloom here. Bloom is a stake pool that I've been staking to for a while. ADOS, this guy's really cool. I like supporting independent stake pools. And Bloom, you're gonna have Genesis. So these stake pools I have changed around a lot since the beginning when I started staking a couple years ago. Okay, but also when you click on this stake pool here, you're going to get a little box that pops up like this. Bloom is committed to providing top quality staking services to our delegates through low latency 24/7 operation. And then there's going to be a website that you can click and you can do your own research to choose whether or not this pool seems valid to you or not. It's going to go through its saturation, its rank in all the other pools, live stake, pool margin, their pledge, like how much ADA did the Bloom team pledge to begin this pool. Okay, cost per epoch, and there's the blocks that they have produced, and potential rewards. Okay, so you can do your own research to see whether or not you would like to delegate your wallet to this stake pool or otherwise. This is the delegation center where my wallets are already in a staking process. It says now 401 and 402. So if I wanted to redelegate my pool to a different stake pool, I could click this feature here. It'll take me to redelegate, and then I can choose another pool, and then this box will change to that specific pool that I would be changing my stake to. But if you read this here, changes to delegation preferences will take effect after both the current and next Cardano epochs have completed. Epochs on the Cardano mainnet last 5 days. Any changes now will take effect in 8 days, 22 hours, and 59 minutes. So after the current and next epochs. So 8 days is this 3 days plus an additional epoch. Okay, so it's going to take 2 of these epochs to go through until you will then start to be formally delegating in epoch 402 with this new stake pool, and then in epoch 403 will be the first epoch where you will receive rewards for this stake pool. Now I know that can kind of seem confusing, but if you were just starting today to download a Daedalus and you named it, you went through the process of writing down your private keys and setting up a password, and then you put funds on the wallet and you had some funds here, and then you went to go ahead and select a stake pool, you would see this box here, and you wouldn't get rewards until epic 403. So it'll be 8 days until, and then another epic until you would see any rewards. Okay, rewards I'll show you here. Here are my wallets. It shows you the total ADA that you've gotten in this wallet and an unspent ADA. And again, I have it on secret mode because I don't think it really gives any value. I'm not here trying to impress or whatever or do anything like that. I'm here to give some educational advice, and it's really not about the numbers. It's about the functionality of what you could do to participate in these protocols. So yeah, so these are the wallets that I have, and you can track your rewards. So every single epic, you can see these numbers grow. And so stake pools here are those 2 stake pools that I'm staked to. But if you look down here, there are 2,571 stake pools that you could choose from. And in the beginning, when I didn't really know anyone or there wasn't much information out there, I was literally going through some of these like one by one, checking out their website, where are they from, you can delegate to this pool. So I delegated to several pools, and maybe over a dozen pools at this point, until you find pools that you really like. Like here's that Gen X pool, the Genius Yield pool that you could have delegated to participate in like these ISPOs. Brada was a pool here that I dedicated some time to. And the list goes on and on and on. And as you go down the list, you can see that they get a little redder, which means maybe these pools aren't as good. Maybe they are, maybe they're up and coming. You can do your own due diligence, okay? If you have a specific pool, like somebody you've seen online, you can find them out here, type them in, the pool will pop up, and you could begin to check them out, go to their website, right? So this isn't really a video about choosing stake pools. We're talking about Dripdropz, but it's worthy to just kind of explain the process, because the stake pool that you choose is going to dictate what type of rewards you're going to get through Dripdropz. So let me bring us back to Dripdropz here real quick. Okay, we're back on Dripdropz. And so all these are all these coins that we just went through, all these tokens, these projects are all issuing out their rewards. But you'll see when I put my wallet address in, we're not going to see all these coins, because the specific stake pool that I'm delegating to might not be partnered with every single one of these tokens, okay? So if you are seeking to get some of these tokens, then you can find out which stake pools are partnered with them and then delegate your stake to them, and then you'll be able to collect those tokens in the Dripdropz network here, okay? So without further ado, let's go through what it's like to do a drip drop. And if you're searching for a specific coin or token, you could actually just click like the utility here, and it brings you straight there. Like Bloom. Bloom is the stake pool that I'm delegated to, and so they have their own token that they will distribute that you'll see. So here we go. We're going to drip it. And this was the last address that I used, so it'll kind of sit there. And what I'm going to do now is go back over to Daedalus, and I'm going to copy my address and take you through this process. And back to Daedalus. Here we are in our Daedalus, and we are going to choose the delegate stake pool. Since you have the summary here, which shows you all of your transactions that have gone through. You could send, which we will once we put in our address. I'll show you that. Receive. Okay, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to click the receive button in our delegate wallet here. It's just the name I chose for it. Available wallet addresses. So we can share any of these wallet addresses to receive payments in ADA or any other native Cardano token. And then there's a privacy warning. Please note that all of your receiving addresses include your stake key. When you share a receiving address, the recipient can search the blockchain using your stake key to locate all addresses associated with your wallet and also discover your wallet balance and transaction history. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're not sending these receiving addresses to anybody you're not really wanting to do transactions with, so that You want to make sure that you're vetting who you're interoperating with accordingly. Okay, so I've vetted Dripdropz, and I'm comfortable with, and have been for about over a year since they started to when they released. Okay, so here are all these receiving addresses. I will randomly choose this one here. I'm going to click on that address. I'm going to share this wallet address. Okay, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to click this button. I copied it to my clipboard. And then what I do is I go back. We're going to go back to Dripdropz here. I'm going to copy. I'm going to like highlight that field, and then I'm going to copy that address. And this is the address. Once you get more fluent at this, you'll recognize, and I often, almost every time, as practice, as good practice, I will always go back and check to make sure that address, see the ADDR and the last numbers here, RA7S, lines up with the last numbers here. So that's the same address. So we're going to check my drops. We're going to click this button. And here we go. Okay, great. So we can get some wing riders. I think they often will come on here. And they have like temporary times where they come on and off, and so does Wi-Fi. So that's wonderful. So I participate in wing riders. So I'm gonna click them. And here's the deal. You can click 1, you can click 2, you can click up to 10. And that's what we're going to do. Wi-Fi is another protocol I believe in. Okay, this is a new one here, Digital Gold. I should probably research what that is. I like the Dripdropz network. I'm going to click them. So that's 3. Merkaba is another one I normally always get. 4. I like Resi. I like ASHIB, Space Coins. So what I do is I kind of go through on the first batch here and get the ones that I'm like really wanting, and then I actually come back and do this a second and even sometimes a third time. But we'll get into that as we move through. Battleborgs is another one I might collect. I'm just going to kind of go through and get the first 10 that I like the most. Hosky is one that I'm participating with. Adoja is one that I'm participating in, and you can see all these tokens here are available for us to claim. Bison's another one. Gimbal Labs is another one I like to support. They're good. I've been participating with them. We're going to go through. I forget how many I have, and you'll see by the Noom is another one. I like them. I think they're a very good team. Cornucopias here. Boom. I'm going to click that one. And see, we got down to the bottom, right? So there's selected 9 out of 10 tokens, and total value of approximately 4.38. That's actually high. It's normally like 1.8 or something, because most of these tokens really have no value. They are well in their infancy, and who knows if they're ever going to have value, right? So you have to consider that when you are claiming these. And I'll do Giro as my last one here. And because there is a fee, it's about, when you're doing the 10, when the collection of 10, probably it's around 2 ADA that you're gonna spend to get these, and I'll show you how this works. So we're gonna agree with the terms and policy. We're gonna claim our drops. You can view the cost. We're gonna claim our drops, and what that's gonna do is gonna bring you to this page here. It's gonna be awaiting payment. Here is an address that we're gonna copy, and then we're going to put this into our Daedalus and send 5 ADA to this address. So the way that this works is that you're going to send 5 ADA to the address if you're claiming 10, and it's going to then receive the payment, and then it will give you back 3 in your wallet. So it only really takes like 2, and maybe even a little less than 2. So pay with these Cardano wallets. These are other wallets that they interoperate with. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this address. So we copied that to the clipboard. I'm going to go back over to Daedalus. I'll take you there with me here. Okay, I'm going to go back to Daedalus. We're going to click out of this. Okay, we're back in our Daedalus. We have delegate still selected as our wallet. And then we're going to send. We're going to paste that address in. And then we're going to add, it said 5 ADA. Now, I've been doing this for a while, and sometimes it will actually say 4 ADA here. So be really careful. it's okay. If you send 5 ADA when it asks you to send 4, it'll take 72 hours, up to 72 hours, but they'll just like refund you and you can redo the process over again. Okay, so here it said send 5. Here are the fees. 0.02 of an ADA is kind of an estimated fee. We're going to click the send. It's going to ask us if we're okay with this transaction, with the total amount plus the fees, and we're going to type in our address or our spending password. Okay. Okay, so we sent that out. It'll automatically, see down here, it just showed up, right, that it's sending a transaction of that 5 ADA. So it's pending. Okay, so what we'll do is we will go back over to Dripdropz and I'll take you through the process. It does take a few minutes for all of this to work itself through. So it sent it, so you see how in real time here it sent that over. So we're going to go back over to Dripdropz. And you'll see there's this like little countdown status pending thing. So we're still awaiting that payment. Now we saw it actually from the Daedalus execute that payment, but there is some time and confirmations that it needs to have happen before Dripdropz will actually receive that. And this will become an orange color that it'll happen. And then once it finally goes through and sends you your tokens, that will become green. Okay. And here are the coins that we intended to collect. 2Giro, we got Bison, Gimbal, Noom, Wi-Fi, Hosky, Drip. So you see how this looks down here. Selected tokens, payment amount 5 ADA, return to you 3.2. So the total cost is going to be 1.79 ADA. So it's going to cost us 1.79 ADA to get all these free tokens that we selected. We're not paying for really outside of the cost here for on the Dripdropz platform. Now it just so happens that some of these, like the Wing Riders, the Wi-Fi, the Cornucopias, those tokens have a little bit of value, so it equals to be 4.4680 here. But you'll see that the next time I claim, this will probably be less than 1. So if it cost us like 1.7 ADA to get some free tokens that are less than 1 ADA, essentially it's costing me money to actually get these tokens. So you should factor that in, because you don't want to get into a situation where you're spending more ADA than in value than the tokens you're receiving back. So just kind of keep that in mind. And I'm sure that after this 5-second countdown, this will switch itself to that orange. Oh, sometimes it actually just goes right into the green. So it's completed here. So withdrawal has successfully processed. Your tokens will arrive in your wallet as soon as possible. Please allow 72 hours for processing due to chain congestion before submitting a trouble ticket. So that's another just awesome feature that all these protocols that I'm participating in on the Cardano ecosystem, they have these trouble tickets that you can send. And I've actually sent some because I've sent the wrong amount and sent 5 when I was supposed to send 4, and was kind of nervous about it, and they get right back to you. They tell you everything about what is going on, and it always worked out in the end that what they said is exactly what I experienced, where I got the refund and I was just able to drip it again. I was able to redo it. Okay, now like I said, I've been doing this since the beginning and claiming with multiple wallets. I think the actual limit of wallets you can participate on the Dripdropz network is 20. So that's a lot. I don't like to exhaust that. I'm not trying to game the system of Dripdropz here. I think some people do, where they try to claim, but they try to have a lot of wallets and get as many of these free tokens as they possibly can. But that's not the ethical way to do things. I'm participating with several wallets because I'm believing in certain projects, participating in certain ISOs, and delegating to certain stake pools that I've become familiar with over the time. Once this has completed, I can take you back over to Daedalus, and we will see we have these tokens received. So we sent these transactions over here, and then we got these multiple tokens received. And here from you can go onto Cardano Explorer and actually see all of that in detail, all these addresses. It's fetching the token data. So that will actually come up with all the token data that we've got. Okay? So that's a way for you to understand the transaction and how that works. So once those are received, we can go back on Dripdropz and drip again. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna go back on Chrome. You can hit drip it again. We're gonna drip it again. Okay, that same address is there. Check my drops. So it's gonna have all of those tokens that previously we saw, minus the 10 that I've harvested or collected. Okay, so we're gonna go through again. NFTC is another one that I like. Proxy, I like them. Edoja is doing good things. ASHIB, sometimes I get like ASHIB here and then maybe like zombie over here on the next one. So I sort of diversify a little bit. And dead, this is like a gaming token. We're just moving through. Okay, maybe we'll get some of these guys here. This little backed on gold that we looked at. We'll see, you never know, right? You never know with these. I'm gonna hit the Bloom bio tokens. I like them. They're a good project. The space coins here. And I normally count, I lost count, 9 of 10. This is a new project, Mirror Chains of War. They're doing good things. I saw here, this was a new token maybe 2 epochs ago that came up on the scene. And I saw now that one of the pool, I think it's MinSwap, it has a farm with them. So if a project that I see that's implemented into Dripdropz, and I also see that project has a farm on a DEX that I'm a part of, that tells me that these guys are partnering with some heavy hitters and they're here to stay. They're here to try to do something. This is not financial advice. I mean, who knows what they'll do, but it just gives me an indication that these guys are serious and they have a lot going on. And plus, when we looked at these 10 token with the top 10, see Mirror Chains of War kind of like became one of these top 10. This was not the case like 2 epochs ago. Okay, so there might be something here that I don't know about. I've checked these guys out last time, and in fact, in the first epoch that they were on the scene, I don't know if I collected them, but I know I collected them last epoch. So here I am collecting them again. Okay, so we got 10 out of 10. And see total value approximate, like I said, it was probably, I was right here, it was under 1 ADA, so 0.33 cents US dollars is the value of all of these tokens that I just collected as far as what their value is. Okay, so I'm gonna agree with those terms. I'm gonna claim these drops. And, right, it's gonna ask us, it's got a new address up here, send 5 ADA. I always make sure that it says 5. I'm gonna copy that to the clipboard. Okay, we are going to go back to Daedalus here. We are going to send. We're going to click send. Okay, we're going to paste in that address. And I always sort of remember, I look at like the last couple numbers here. They're always going to be ADDR addresses in the beginning, but I always look at the last to see if it's the same address that I peeked in there, and it is. And so I'll press 5 into the field. Here are the estimated fees. We're going to send. We're going to type our spending password. And there we go. Okay. You'll see that it's going to pend another transaction to send, and so on and so forth. So there we go. It already sent that over. And again, after that Vasil hard fork, you can research what is the Vasil hard fork, VASIL. That was really a nice innovation, a nice hard fork accommodator event that made things a little faster on the network. Okay, so let's go back over to Chrome. We're back on Chrome. And let's go ahead and check out that Mirror Chains of War project. Let's see if we could find that one while we're waiting here. Let's see, Mirror, there we go, Chains of War. So we typed it in the field, and let's click it. Where are they at? Oh, see, look at this. Look at all this that they have written, right? See, that's an indication that these guys are serious. These guys and gals are serious. Mirror is the official Chains of War token for utility and in-game ecosystem. I won't read this entire thing. The Chains of War ecosystem thrives on oxygen absorbent mineral MS3 known as Mira, with the demand for Mira skyrocketing after the collapse of Thyro's ecosystems. Mira is known to be elemental for political status quo as it became crucial survival in the oxygen deprived world of Mira. Cool. So it looks like they're developing a fantasy game. There is an NFT collection, and this looks like it's going to be the utility token for that project. Let's go to their website. Entering the realms of Daira. Okay, here it is, right? Look at this. You know, I mean, looks to me like they're coming to win. Oh, wow. So as you scroll, wow, that's really a cool feature. Look at these websites. See, these blockchain built websites to me are just different than the websites we're used to being. Look at it. See, I'm just scrolling down and look how this website is moving. Wow, right? The technology is changing. Blockchain technology developers are setting the bar differently in how they build things. Like, look at this website. So this website, it is speaking to me that I'm glad that I claimed a little bit of these tokens here, because it looks like they're coming for real world, right? Like they're really trying to do something. They're not just trying to be a rug pull. A lot of these tokens come out and they're just trying to like puff up their chest a little bit and gain some ADA somehow, but they're not really serious. So I like to look at the team. And it's nice they all have a Twitter. These are the founders. There's a community of people here. And what I will do, so they have a white paper, right? I love to see white papers. They have a contact. I was right, on MinSwap, they have trading. And there, like I said, there was a farm there. And this is it. It really makes me feel comfortable with this project, okay? So this is a little bit of what I do as I'm selecting a project. I will read this white paper. I will check them out on CoinMarketCap, which is actually to register on CoinMarketCap and to register with MinSwap and register with Dripdropz. That's not, I mean, that takes work, right? That takes time. The fact that they have a contact field, they have a Discord, and their team is right here for you to check out and connect with, that makes me feel better, because some of these projects on Dripdropz, let's see if we could find it. Well, let's see. Let's go back to see how this transaction is going first. Okay, so actually, when you click Drip It and it brings you back here, it is because the transaction already went through. So if I go back to Daedalus, we're going to see here on Daedalus that the transactions that we started today, it's the 17th, we sent the first time the 5 ADA, we got our tokens. So this is the second one, and then we received those tokens, okay? We're back here, and we're gonna check the drops. We're gonna go through it a third time, drip it again. We're checking the drops here. In our third accumulation, we're going to select 10 more. Now, you don't have to do this, again, a third time or whatever. Sometimes I only do it twice, but I will do it another time. And here is one Resi. Let's check out what Resi does. Resi is the coin for the Living Greens Urban Farmer DApp. Community works when people who live near each other support each other. One of the best ways to bring people together is over healthy, delicious food. By combining the technological improvements of vertical hydroponic farming with cloud computing and small community-based focused growers, we believe that community resilience will only grow, fostering stronger, healthier families and environments. So I've already vetted them, I've already checked their website out, and I think that that's really cool. So that's a project I'm gonna collect and have been collecting and supporting for some time. So I'm gonna click them. And let's see another one. Let's check out another one that I've been collecting. Battle Boards is a game. They have a really nice website, I've checked them out. Learn, this is a stake pool operator. I like supporting him every now and then. Let's see what else. Tokun, what's Tokun? I think it's an exchange. I often collect Tokun because they have a utility case. It's an NFT marketplace built on the Cardano blockchain after the Merry hard fork in March 2021. So it was initially designed as an NFT minting platform, but rapidly evolved into a smart contract driven NFT marketplace. Okay, so they have a great blurb here. I've already vetted Tokun.io. They're functioning right now with their app, and so I support them. So we'll collect one of these. Growth is another one. They're doing stuff in Brazil. So I like that. Growth token is the first Brazilian community token built on the Cardano blockchain. It's offering a seamless ecosystem for fintech, startups, researchers, influencers, and agencies to connect, do business digitally, aggregate value to all participants. So I'll check out some growth. And they also have a GBR token up here. So we'll check them out too. We look at that is a local reward token provided by the Growth Token Brazil. GBR can be exchanged for growth or used to claim local rewards in Brazil. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to go to Brazil here at some point. My grandfather and my grandmother moved to Brazil for a short time. He had a job, they had to go to Brazil, and they had to move my mom and her brothers there, and they lived there for about a year. I'll do the Cardano Community Charity coin. This is the newer one. I've seen them here on some dexes also, which makes me believe that they're up to something good and positive. So I'll do a little bit of research. So 6 out of 10. There are 4 other ones that I can kind of look at. And so now what I'll do is collect the ones I haven't in a while. So Kaizen is another one that I like. This guy is cool. He's another stake pool operator. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Welcome to Kaizen Crypto, community highly driven entrepreneurs who are dedicated to the growth and adoption of the Cardano ecosystem. He's a stake pool comprised of enterprise-grade hardware that is operated and maintained by our technical experts. Our mission is to provide ADA holders, the community, the opportunity to earn a reliable source of passive income while increasing the security of the Cardano blockchain. I actually met this guy at the 2021 Cardano Summit, and I like independent stake pool operator, so we'll get him on the list. We'll get some lobster, right? That's a meme coin. I will find a cherry. Cherry's another meme coin, and I think this is set up by the Sunday Swap team, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that might be 10, 9 out of 10. I sometimes will get Ada Fox. What's Ada Fox here? NFT community for Cardano. Its purpose is to provide a platform where NFT projects can be discussed. Through these discussions, NFTs will be bought and given for free to Ada Fox token holders. It's our mission to contribute to the growth and success of the Cardano ecosystem. Right? They're pretty cool. Grow token over here. Everyday meaningful use cases are the key to adoption, the beginning of becoming a global financial operating system. For starters, Grow tokens will be used to make purchases in the Grow Online Bazaar, a global marketplace welcoming products from merchants, celebrating every walk of life. Grow tokens are a continuum concept, a living transmission of ancient mystical origins, here now to absorb greed and self-interest and align it with innovation for positive life affirming and unifying outcomes for all. Metaverse in-game utility tokens. Dream big vision. Okay? So we'll go with some Grow token here. I've gotten Ada Fox before and some of these other ones, but you know, you only have 10 and it's way less than an Ada. So I'm actually kind of at a loss as I'm doing this. We're going to claim the drops. This is the last time we're going to do it for this wallet. Copy the address, and I'm going to make sure that I kind of remember these last letters and numbers. I'm going to make sure that this is 5 Ada, so it's like, you know, ARE33F. We're going to copy that address. We're going to migrate back over to Daedalus. We are going to send, and we have copied that address. It should be ARE33F at the end, and there that is. Okay, we're going to send that 5 Ada. We're going to send it out. We're going to type in our password again. Okay, and there we go. It'll start to send. It'll start to create a pending send transaction. We will have utilized the Dripdropz in 3 times for this one wallet. And I will do this again for this wallet here. I won't take you through that process again, but it's literally the same tokens. I'm getting more tokens on that wallet. And then for these other wallets here, these are actually some newer wallets that I formed, and they're just participating in other ways, and I'm not really utilizing them on the Dripdropz network because I do want to accumulate my rewards. So every time I give away rewards, if you have a wallet that has like 5,000 ADA, you might only get like 3 or 4 or 5 ADA per epic. And if you're claiming a few rewards or a few times on Dripdropz, you're gonna burn through those rewards and they're not gonna accumulate. I like to use certain wallets for certain things. So those first 2 wallets are my Dripdropz wallets. Let's go back to our Chrome and see. Okay, so see how it has this orange indicator? So it's processing this withdrawal, and it's counting down to see when that transaction is going to go through. And finally here, we're almost through this process where we're going to kind of move on through. Let's see if I can give you an example of some of these coins that aren't saying much behind it, like Bison, for instance, maybe. Right, let's click on Bison. Look at that, right? It doesn't have anything going on with it. There's nothing said. There's no website. You can view on Token. That's actually that coin that we just harvested. So they're doing some tracking there. But right, no website, no nothing. I mean, it's like 0.000001318 ADA. So you might want to think twice about harvesting or collecting a project that really is not that much information about it. I did collect this one just because I've heard certain things, but it's an example, right? They don't have anything written here. So generally, I do not take part in those protocols that don't really have an explanation and a team and what have you. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this process went through. This has happened for the third time, and this is the Dripdropz platform. Another fantastic project working with the Cardano ecosystem with a fantastic team. Again, do your research, check them out for yourself, see if you have any interest. I've been using them for quite some time, I would say almost a year now. They have a wonderful Discord. If you have any issues, like sending the wrong amount of ADA to them back and forth. I've done that a few times and they have gotten back to me. It's just been a pleasure to work with the Dripdropz team. It's another way where, it's another resource where you can see up and coming new projects. So I've been alerted just by being on the Dripdropz platform about new projects that are working with them. So I encourage you to do a little bit more investigatory work, check them out, get your Cardano wallet staked to an address, and utilize the benefits of the Dripdropz platform. Okay, we'll see you soon.